Yo, what's up guys? So today I have a pretty interesting video. We tried to come up with retake strategies on Overpass and just in general trying to learn some 5-stack gameplay, utility lineups, and then go into a game and actually apply it. And we decided to play around A, so retakes on A and also from T side taking A. So once we were done with just experimenting by ourselves, just running around the map, getting a feeling for what it's like to run from B to A and then retake that site, we started watching some YouTube videos, which I will link down below as well. And once we finished with that, we tried those util lineups that we saw in those videos and yeah, ultimately assigned positions, who does what, and then just practice it a little bit just to get comfortable with it. Most importantly though, we did go for 1 or 2 dry runs and just acted like we would do an actual retake in the game. Starting from B, we had 1 lurker and 4 people stacked on B. Okay, so let's go. Retake now. Go, go, go.
Throwing smokes now. What's your pop?
Second.
Throw now.
Oh, this timing was perfect.
Woo!
I love it.
Okay. Oh, okay, nice.
I love it.
Oh, that's fucking nice. Okay. So that was the entire plan. In a real match, we wanted to stack fully on B. So it's next to impossible for the enemies to take that site, right? And then leave A basically open with 1 lurker getting information and, you know, saying if they're rushing A or something and preparing us to be ready. And that's exactly what we did. So without further ado, I'm going to show you some clips of the game and how it went from my perspective. And after that, we're going to go into the demo review to really have a bird's eye view and analyze what went well and what went wrong.
Oh, okay, it's fine. Oh, okay.
I'll
Yep. Alright, let's go. Let's go back here now.
Okay.
Banana 2.
2 toilet, 1 toilet, 2 banana.
Okay, I'm getting ready with the flash.
One coming long. 2 coming long, he hard.
watch out.
Okay, wait, retake. This is our chance to...
Yeah, this is perfect.
This is perfect, yeah.
Line up. Yeah, line up.
Okay, let's get ready.
Smokes.
There's an orb.
Flashing 1. Flashing 2.
Banana 1. Side.
Smoking long.
There's an orb.
Long 1. Well,
Side. Oh,
nice! Okay, first retake, that worked.
That was actually really well done.
That was actually really nice. I flash.
Yep.
Yeah.
I really need to Moly to delay them.
Covers maybe.
That was good. That was perfect practice, honestly.
Flashes. Bit chill.
Smoke.
Missed
Okay.
double
Okay, yeah, we can go A.
Okay. Let's get ready.
Go.
Remember
I
their
don't hear anything.
Moly. Prepare with that. Yeah, they smoked it off. Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Bad
smoking.
smoke, watch out, bad smoke.
I will
Planting
wait.
for bank side again.
I will
Okay,
wait with
smokes.
Molly.
No, Molotovs.
Moly now.
Yes.
Oh, I missed my Molotov. Missed my Molotov.
And flashes.
No go.
Flash now. First flash. Second flash coming.
Nice.
Flashes.
Yeah, that.
Nice. Okay. Fucking A.
Good call, Trix.
Bro, they
Yeah, very
flashed-
good calls.
They flashed above side somewhere and it was your flash, so I swung. You fucking deleted me.
Okay. Alright guys, here we are. This is the demo review and I will try to show you as much of the successful but also the failed retakes on A first. So the first couple rounds were really uninteresting because it was pistol round, you know, half by, and we didn't really go for the retakes or the strategies yet. We will instantly stack 4 men on B, right? We util dump here in the corner already, as you saw in the previous videos. This is where most of the lineups will happen. And this is where we're gonna try to attempt the retake. As you can see, we 4-man stack on B, so it's gonna be next to impossible to take this site if they choose to rush B or if they choose to, you know, execute on B. We have our lurker right here getting information, you know, getting ready to see if we need to do the retake, if we gotta move from B. This was the go sign. At this point right here, they are getting ready to enter A, right? They don't know we're stacked on B yet. And since we got the information from our lurker, we are ready, we are getting stacked. This is gonna be our first retake attempt. Now you can see, right, they smoked all this off themselves, which is really good for us. This smoke is kind of crucial for us, so they don't know we're stacked here and ready. right? This is the whole point. Because as you'll see later in the rounds, if they don't smoke this and discover us, there is more counterplay for them. But, you know, I'm getting ahead of myself. You'll see this soon enough. One player is getting ready for the smokes and some mollies. Me, in this case, is getting ready for the 2 flashes for the entry. We have one lurker here trying to flank from behind, although he might get spotted by this guy up here. That's why we're also going to move him around next time, also on to B to A retake altogether, right? But this is the situation right now. And we have one guy getting ready for the entry. So from a bird's eye perspective, this is what it'll look like. They have 4 players here. Two are long, 2 are on site, and 1 is holding backside. We flashed. We got the entry. I'm going around. They have no info yet. We smoke this off. Long gets caught. Get one guy here, and the last guy is coming from behind here through the smoke, and we get a successful retake. That was in essence a 4v5 retake, and our first attempt instantly successful. We split up again, we dumped the util down here in the corner. We have 4 people on B, and we have 1 lurker on A long trying to get information, like on either A site, like right now, or even A long to spot movement, to hear something. And this is basically the formation we ran every single time. So me and Artax here, we instantly rotate. Rixa is also already on site. We're anticipating the retake since no one was on B, and we got a little bit information from our lurker. This is exactly what we were practicing for. And here you can already see the smoke failed from them. So one guy actually spotted us on the stairs. So this was a bit of a scuffed situation, as you saw. And the funny thing is that it's not something we did wrong. It was more about the fact that they missed their smoke, and then one guy spotted us on the retake already on the stairs. We still managed to win the round just because we have good players and good aim. That had nothing to do with our retake strategy though, or retake execute. So this is already something I can tell you that you definitely have to remember when you do this. It's important that the enemy actually smokes this off right here, right? This area needs to be smoked off, because otherwise one enemy might, like one of the T's might go into this corner and spots you here. Same thing next round. We stack 4 people on B, and look at this. This is exactly why it's so interesting to play this strategy, because B is basically impossible to take, especially on an eco round, if we're all stacked here. Look how fast this round is over, because we're 4 people stacked here. And this is the entire, you know, that was the entire point of the plan and the strategy, that if they do ever attempt to take B, we're just too strong and too fortified to take that site. Unless they have really lucky aim or an execute strategy themselves. Our lurker is here trying to get any intel. He gets the pick. And now that pressures the enemies to execute. And at 3 versus 5. They smoke us off again. This is exactly what we want, so they don't have info on us. We already throw the smokes. Getting ready. Mess up on the mollies, that happens, that's fine. And here we go, throwing the flashes. And execute perfectly. This is like one of the smoothest retakes we've had. I'll show you again real quick from a different perspective. This is what it'll look like. And it's done. Here we go again. Same thing. Util dump. 4 people B, 1 A. And yeah, we just kept repeating the same thing over and over and seeing what happens and if the enemies can actually adapt. They basically full stack A again. They get info on our lurker. We have 2 coming from toilets, 2 from party. Our lurker gets another pick. He actually gets 2 picks here. That, of course, you can't rely on. That's just lucky that we have good players. That's just raw aim and mechanics, you know. Then we have a duel up here at blue truck. Our lurker gets picked off, and they are executing on A again. We're getting ready to lurk. This time they start nading us, and they instantly start retreating because they knew what was coming, right? They knew we were stacked here again. They were ready. So what they're doing is trying to go B, and this is exactly what I was hoping for going into this whole game, seeing how enemies would adapt, right? They fake on A because they know we're probably going to be here again, and then have 2 people sneaking down to B to plant. For a second here, we thought it's still A, until we realized, wait a minute, something's wrong. This has to be B. And then we go down and take care of business here. We almost failed it, but nice adaptation by our enemies, nice flexibility. They, you know, faked on A, realized we're doing the same thing over and over, realized we're going to be here and B is going to probably be empty. So very nice round, very informative. This is something you'll definitely have to worry about, but obviously if you want to practice this retake, you're not going to play it every single round like we did. This strategy is basically for rounds where you anticipate either an eco or a B rush or something like that, or if the enemies are heavily playing B, and if they heavily go for B, you can just stack 4 people B, and if they do happen to go A after 1 or 2 rounds, this is the retake how you would do it, right? So it's really nice to know this in a 5 stack. You can be safe on B and know how to retake A once or twice in the game. Obviously, if you repeat this strategy 5, 6, 7 times like we did, eventually the enemies will adapt. Now for future videos, guys, while I'm gonna let this round run, let me know if you want more close-up perspectives or if you like the bird's eye view like this to see what's going on overall on the map. Just let me know. I'm definitely willing to adapt and change how I want to make these YouTube videos. I just like, me personally, I like to see what's going on in a broad picture and not just one perspective. Our Lurker stays back a little bit this time. They start throwing smokes, they start executing on A. They are, you know, charging in. They wanna take this time. We're ready. They planted. We're throwing our smokes. We have our util. We got a pick here. And here we go. They didn't smoke us off this time, so we get caught off a little bit from the side. We flash though, we get our picks from the other side, and it's a 2v2 right here. And now you'll see me with a generational whiff. So as you saw, execute was a little bit different here. Important to note, they didn't smoke this off this time. They held that angle, right? They wanted to see if we charge out, if we're doing the same thing. So again, enemies adapted and we need to adapt as well. Flashes might need to change in the future a little bit if they leave the smoke open, just to guarantee our entry a little bit smoother. We had 2 people coming from the bank. And in the end, it just came down to raw aim, and I'm still very new, so I lost that duel. But retake was fine, and we need to adapt better. We need to figure out, okay, is this Moly over here really necessary, you know? And if they don't smoke this off, should we flash differently to make the entry? Very cool, though. This is it. As you guys saw, it was pretty successful, and this was our first, you know, we never practiced this before. First time we played together, came up with it on the spot, didn't really practice much, and it already worked like a charm 2 or 3 times, and almost worked a couple times where I just failed my aim, and I could have clutched the round. Very nice to see. Props to the enemies as well. They did adapt. They did, you know, play around a little bit with the strategies, where to position themselves, started peeking us here, throwing util, leaving the smoke away to get the information if we're actually here. Very nice. So again, props to them. That was cool. Now at the very end, I also of course want to share the util that we did actually use from every perspective of the person throwing that util. And yeah, I'll just leave that here for you. Take care, guys. Not a util lineup, but this is what our Lurker was doing most of the time, just jump spotting, checking for information, either on a long, trying to get, you know, some sound information, or just jump spotting and telling us, okay, you know, they're coming on A, they're getting ready, they're executing, let's get ready. And now I'll show you the perspective from the retake. For this, you'll get into this corner right here. First, the smoke. Then you get closer to the second spot, throw another smoke, and then third is the Moly. The timing is very simple. You wait until the smokes land, and right when the first Moly is being thrown, that's when you start throwing the flashes from my position. Right? So flash is being thrown. I was waiting for it to land. Sadly, it didn't land in this particular moment. Then you instantly throw the two flashes, and your team can enter the site. Our entry doesn't throw any util at all. It just gets ready to instantly peek and pre-fire the corner. We got a perfect flash on the toilet player as well. This is the storage room player, right? So you usually will have 3 stacked here on the stairs, throwing the util and getting ready for the entry, and then you'll have 1 guy here. This flash, we weren't sure if we liked it. We eventually said no. Like, this was an experiment this round, because this flash might actually hurt us more than it does good, because the moment he flashes, we have entry on the stairs, right, with 2 people. So eventually we left out this flash. You can try around a little bit, maybe bounce 1 flash off of here, so it drops down here and maybe doesn't flash our teammates. Yeah, feel free to experiment with this. What kind of util the lobby player will use. We didn't really have much of a plan here. I think there's still something we can work on, and that's something we can improve. Yeah, let us know your thoughts.